Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen shares his vision and plan for Nebraska during his first State of the State address. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen delivered his inaugural State of the State address Wednesday. Pillen says people are taxed far too much in Nebraska, and the current tax policy chases away far too many residents to other states. However, he says the answer is simple.
We must have the courage to say no. No to overspending, and maintain a focus of investing in our kids and giving this money back to Nebraskans via historic property and income tax cuts. We, Nebraska's leaders, must compete for Nebraska to win. The cuts I am proposing today make us more competitive. These proposals will not get us in the top 10, but we will rank number 15 if we enact them.
Pillen presented his agenda, which aims to help the state overcome serious challenges and make life better for every family in Nebraska.
Today, I'm introducing a budget that restricts the growth of state spending to an annual average of just 1.3% over the next biennium. With an inspirational systems approach of running our agencies, we will improve services to Nebraskans and cut the costs of operations. This will enable Nebraskans to keep more of their hard-earned money. We have asked agencies to tighten their belts.
He added that with the abundance of money that Nebraska currently has in its state coffers, what our leaders do with the people's money this legislative session will be critical for future generations. Well, big changes for the Western Nebraska Pioneers this summer, as they will not be able to seek consecutive Independence League championships. This summer, the Pios will be playing as an unaffiliated team. In turn, they won't be in the Independence League, and they won't have an official league schedule. Team owner Chuck Heeman says there's multiple reasons why they're doing this, but he says he does have area fans and businesses in mind with this decision.
We think that we've found a way, again, to have more home games, fewer road games, have a better experience for our players, and so that's what we're going to try. This doesn't mean we'll never join a league ever again, but for 2023, this is what we're going to do.
The only familiar team you'll see on the schedule is North Platte, and this season they'll be playing teams from across the Colorado Front Range and some Kansas teams, among others. The full press release from Heeman and the Pioneers is posted on the KNEB website, and the schedule is available on the Pioneers website. Their home opener will be May 23rd against North Platte. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Welcome back. Hoping the third time is the charm, Blair Senator Ben Hansen has again introduced a measure that would repeal the motorcycle helmet requirement in Nebraska for adults. Under LB 91, helmets for drivers and passengers would be optional for those 21 and older and who have passed a certified motorcycle safety course. Addressing the Transportation and Telecommunications Committee on Tuesday afternoon, Hansen said when he would choose to wear a helmet, and for him, it's an issue of freedom, and cited statistics to support his bill.
Relevant and current statistical data show that 8 states that allow for individual choice in helmet requirements in 2020 either had an equal or greater percentage of motorcycle fatalities on riders who were wearing helmets. The numbers really depend on the state, the year, the weather, the blood alcohol content, the speed, and even the drivers.
The bill would require eye protection, regardless of the age of a driver or passenger and whether they were wearing a helmet. Opponents testified against the measure, using statistics of their own to make the case lawmakers should not modify Nebraska's law, regardless of what surrounding states are doing. Well, a longtime Goshen County firefighter has been honored by the Wyoming legislature. Both the Wyoming House of Representatives and the Senate this week recognized Bill Law for his 60 years of service as a firefighter. Prior to his service with the Torrington Fire Department, Law was a member of the Yoder Fire Department and now serves as the Goshen County Fire Warden. And a Scottsbluff man charged with stealing a trailer has pleaded no contest to amended charges. Eric Navas-Suarez was arrested last year after a Scottsbluff officer heard tires squealing near the intersection of 27th and I and found a vehicle towing a trailer that had chains on the wheels. Navas-Suarez pleaded no contest to a charge of theft by unlawful taking and will be back in court on February 1st for sentencing.
Are new windows from Renewal by Andersen a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Andersen right now? Do the math. Renewal by Andersen windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Andersen, a great investment? You're darn right.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, we're going to be starting out with mostly cloudy skies this evening. Temperatures going to fall down into the 30s, as you can see. Windy conditions, so we're going to see some blowing snow out there, and partly cloudy skies through tomorrow. And blowing snow should end before snow redevelops tomorrow. Sunday, Monday, very cold, more snow, especially Saturday and Sunday before things wrap up. Yesterday, we hit 35 after a morning low of 24. And as far as precip goes, another 100th yesterday. For the month and year, we're at an inch 32, which is still running about an inch above normal, and still our second wettest January that we've had on record here so far. Snow, 38.2 inches. We'd ordinarily be right here at 21. As you can see, well above normal for the season. And for the month of January, we should have a little over 4 inches of snow. We're almost off the ruler there at 18. And we have more snow on the way. As you can see, widespread snow Friday through the weekend. Then starting Tuesday, our snow chances come down. Winds are not going to be as bad. Maybe a little breezy Friday, but that's about it. Winds are coming down. But so are the temperatures, unfortunately. On the way to school tomorrow, we'll give it a B. On the way home, a D with some rain and snow showers out there. Temperatures aren't going to be quite as cold, but still below normal. Remember yesterday we had those single digits here in the north, Fargo, Sioux Falls. We've moderated a little bit as we've shoved that colder air just off to the northeast. So instead of teens, we have 20s and 30s now across Nebraska and into Wyoming. 32 in Pine Bluffs and in Thedford and in Ogallala, 33 up in Valentine, 34 in Torrington. Winds still pretty gusty today out of the west, northwest, 12 to 26 miles an hour with gusts 35 to 40. That's hammering those wind chills down into the teens and 20s, some single digits in the high country, and still areas of blowing snow out there. Futurecast is quiet except for a few flurries and snow showers, some snow squalls. Those will continue off and on tonight here across the region. They will slide from northwest to southeast. Tomorrow we start the day with some clouds and sun mixed. By lunchtime, we start to see an increase in clouds and then a few rain and snow showers. They'll quickly turn over to snow tomorrow across the region. They'll push off into the sand hills. And then this is the heavier snow off to the north. It'll slowly slide its way down and into our area as we go through the weekend. As we look at temperatures tomorrow overnight into the 20s, highs tomorrow, upper 30s, and take a look at snowfall. This is through Sunday morning, so this takes into effect tomorrow. Definitely heavier snows off to the north. Look at Valentine there, close to 8 inches. Everybody else, an inch or 2 possible. And then this is for the rest of the weekend. You'll see the European model putting the heaviest snows in the mountains of Wyoming, obviously, and then out into the Black Hills of South Dakota and the northern half of Nebraska and some of these moderate snows. The American model pushes that just a little further south, brings those heavier snows closer to the I-80 corridor with the moderate snows and the heavy snows in the sand hills. Either way, after a couple, 3 days of light to moderate snow, expect at least some light to moderate accumulations, if not some heavy accumulations off to the north. Forecast for tonight, windy, blowing snow, cloudy skies will gradually become partly cloudy. Winds could gust over 40, we'll be at 27 for a low. Tomorrow, cloudy skies early, a mixture of light rain and snow in the afternoon. 38 is your high. And then our 7-day forecast, it'll turn to all snow by Friday night and then into Saturday, Sunday. Snow showers continue out there. Cold temps. Look at Sunday and Monday's highs only in the single digits. We rebound into the 20s for the early part of next week.
Morrill County Community Hospital and the behavioral health providers are here to help. Amber Dean specializes in mental health care, which includes medication and therapy across a person's lifespan. Melody Lacey helps people deal with a wide range of behavioral problems, from depression and anxiety to child psychiatry. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home.
It's time for the recycling game. Question 1. Where do you recycle old electronics in the Tri-City area?
The Environmental Services at 609 East 2nd Street.
Correct. Question 2. Where can you find recycling trailers?
Trailers can be found in Gearing and Terrytown.
Correct. Final question. How can you dump recyclables and not have to sort them?
The Free Stream Recycle Bins from the city.
That's correct. You just won a cleaner and happier city, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
A major high school event stays in western Nebraska. The girls' Class B State Golf Championships have been a major success for the last 3 years at both Monument Shadows in Gearing and the Scottsbluff Country Club. Such a success that on yesterday, the NSAA announced it was giving the joint bid from Scottsbluff and Gearing the nod for 4 more years, beginning this next fall for the 2023 championships and then running through 2026. Scottsbluff High School Activities Director Dave Hawksworth was part of the presenting committee.
Well, some of our committee members today were in Lincoln this morning at 9 a.m. Central Time, and we presented in front of the NSA Board of Directors and their staff. And we just found out as soon as we pulled in town that they gave us the bid for state girls golf for the next 4 years. And so we're just excited to announce that today. Great for our community. Couldn't do it without our sponsors and our volunteers that make it all possible.
One of the representatives from Gering Schools was Community Engagement Coordinator Jennifer Seibel, who said the been there, done that of having already hosted for 3 years was a big advantage.
And I guess one of the things that really stood out for us is now we have some patterns of success that we were able to really show to them. And our presentation really focused on that student athlete experience. And that's really what sets us apart. We're able to provide that extra dose of hospitality and to create a really exceptional experience for the student athletes, many of whom may not have been this far west before.
Getting this for a second time would not be possible without an excellent golfing experience for the players that come west looking for a championship. The City of Gering's Amy Seiler said the two venues speak for themselves in making this a go-to destination for a state tournament competition.
I think the past success of girls and boys Class B state golf, a lot of that credit, I believe, needs to go to our golf course superintendents, Tom Walsh at Monument Shadows and Todd Orton at Scottsbluff Country Club. I would also like to acknowledge the outstanding work that our golf pros, Robert Thomason with Monument Shadows Golf Course and with Max Haydenfeld at Scottsbluff Country Club. These individuals have incredible attention to detail, and they have made our courses top-notch tournament courses that are challenging yet very playable for these golfers. And our golf pros have created this incredible tournament environment.
The committee also stressing none of this would be possible without the support of community sponsors and volunteer network that's up around 70 people or so. And of course, there's been plenty of local success with girls state golf in the first 3 years, as Scottsbluff's Anna Kelly won 2 of the 3 state titles, including a great showdown with Gering's Maddie Schlaffer in year 1 at Monument Shadows. Girls state golf for Class B awarded to Scottsbluff and Gering for the next 4 years. We'll have KNEB.TV coverage tonight for some high school basketball. It'll be Mitchell at Scottsbluff. Late afternoon start for pregame at 4:45. Tomorrow, 2 more prep doubleheaders. Scottsbluff closes out their weekend with action against Hastings. That'll be in North Platte. And Gering plays their only games of the week with a couple at Alliance tomorrow night. And no coverage for the Cougars this weekend, but they'll be making a trip into Colorado for games tomorrow at Otero, and they'll play on Saturday with a women's and men's doubleheader at Trinidad State. Both WNCC teams off to 1-0 starts in Region 9 South Subregion Conference action. That is the latest today from right here at the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Culture trumps everything else.
In my years, I've never worked for a company that treats people the way this one does.
It is my passion for agriculture that brought me here in the first place, but not only that, there's a huge family-oriented atmosphere within the 21st Century Equipment.
I love working for 21st. They found something in me that I didn't know in myself. An intern to where I'm at now is such a great opportunity, and that is what this company is about.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the people you know and trust.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens, according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored, full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, the Scottsbluff-Gering United Chamber of Commerce last night honored a trio of individuals whose contributions have made significant impact on our communities, county, and state during the organization's annual meeting and banquet. First to be honored was Shanna Halstead, director of the Scottsbluff County Volunteer Center with the Rising Star Award. A pre-recorded video showed Halstead's reaction as Chamber Director Karen Anderson presented the award earlier in the day.
We know that she won't come to our banquet, so we have to sneak around and get people here, and we're going to have you help us fill out your script, but you give 200% to this community, and especially to the Volunteer Center, not to mention the All-Stars, not to mention anyone else, but we want to award you the Rising Star for 2020.
Owen Palm, 21st Century Group co-founder and Blueprint Nebraska co-chair, was the recipient of the 2022 Trailblazer Award and said it almost left him speechless.
I couldn't do this without the team I've got at 21st Century Equipment. It allows me to get away and do these other activities for, hopefully for the benefit of the state and for other entities, across the state. But this is just overwhelming. I had absolutely no idea. Thank you guys for keeping a great secret here.
Todd Lewis, president of Bytes Computer and Network, received the Visionary Superstar Award from the Chamber. Lewis was overwhelmed by the honor, saying he couldn't do what he does without a great team behind him.
Can't do it without a great team, including my wife, Stephanie. Thank you for supporting me all these years, and all the guys at Bytes and gals. We couldn't do it without them. They're fantastic people, kind-hearted, always willing to go above and beyond, and got a great team. And I'm happy that I could, oh my gosh. Daryl Lewis, back in the back here. Couldn't have done it without that guy. He taught me everything I know. And my mom being very supportive as well. And all my daughters are here. My gosh, that's overwhelming. My parents have been out of town for months, and they're in Texas. But they're not.
The awards presented to Chamber members last night at the Gering Civic Center, who have not only followed their visions, but also give themselves, their time, and their talents to the benefit of their community. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.